Please bring her toys back. Thank you. Yeah, well, she's seriously waiting her toys. Here to wake her up, get her to pee on the carpet, and immediately leave. Family move. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Imagine this is like what you complained my grandma doing to you when I was a baby, Mom. Yeah, I'm just letting you know you're doing what. Yeah, you're doing that. That's, you know. Don't be too hard on Kaya. She was working hard on training your cousin, love. Yeah, exactly. Make sure you get Nature's Miracle for pee-pee stains. Female dog's urine will bleach fabrics. Wait, really? Oh my God, is she gonna poop? Oh, she's smelling around. Nope. She just likes to sit in her own piss. That's what she likes to do. I thought whenever she gets up and smells around on the pad, I'm like, oh, she's gonna poop, finally. People saying Nature's Miracle rules. Nature's Miracle's awful. Please look into the food you'll feed her. Anything other than the 3 top kibble brands equivalent to holistic medicine. Guys, you know why I did this today? Because I really, really desperately need some backseat training from the chat. I think these guys are like a little bit older, so we'll see. My mom's dog is like 10 months old and still pee-pees and poo-poos in the house. Yeah, I mean, that to me, I mean, it's normal if it happens every now and then, you know what I mean? But if it's like a routine occurrence, then you're not, you know, you're not.
No. All right, come grab her. Come grab her.
That's it. That's the Tibetan Mastiff tries to attack me.
I've been getting into the facility, as well as the Russian dogs I've been getting, and all the big floof dogs who don't like people they don't know. And so I'm putting this video together, and I'm not in my facility, so I can't do a proper intro of the dog. And basically, this dog does not like people she doesn't know, tries to go after people when they come into her house, and she's just young. She's less than a year.
Don't forget to go spend time with Kaya off stream. Thanks, chatter. I will not forget.
Year-old. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how to take like an inherited dominant protective dog and help them become integrated into a normal household with obedience. And this is the first session, so we get a lot done in the first hour.
I will also not forget to feed her as well. These are the things I will not forget to do. Wait, hold on. Okay, 7 dog facts on this
really
AI
know
video.
The qualities
Let's watch.
and character of this special breed. So let's take a look at the 7 points that a future Tibetan Mastiff buyer should think through carefully before deciding on this breed.
This is AI,
As always,
though.
the last point will now reveal whether the Tibetan Mastiff is an ideal choice for a novice dog owner. In order not to accidentally miss the next parts of the series, and to receive instant notifications about new parts, so the Tibetan Mastiff.
TM History 7 Fontos Zempont. This seems like I trust this video. This seems like a video that knows what the fuck's going on. Actually. What is this? How to potty train a Tibetan Mastiff puppy by puppyapartment.com. What the fuck is this video? Dude, these videos are insane. I want to do a deep dive onto this weird shit. Warning, federal law prohibits civil and criminal penalty for the unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or exhibition of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, video discs, or digital files. Like, what the fuck? Dude, there's going to be a point on YouTube where there's just like never, like there are no real fucking
fuzzy and adorable Tibetan Mastiff
Every single one of these videos are AI.
Puppies grow into to defend herds,
Every single one of these videos is
and
AI.
palaces.
Every single one of these videos is AI. What the fuck is this? I mean, actually, what the fuck is this? Why is every single one of these videos AI? It's like confusing. Okay, now I want to watch this documentary which is like
TV.
literally a cut above. A cut above everything else, dude.
Highly protective and very ordered in the way that they do things. They don't like things to be different. So if you've got a lot of kids coming and going or visitors coming and going, it can be a difficult pet in that situation.
Documentary TV is literally better than everything else that I've seen on this matter, on this process. Okay? Hold on. Why are you guys saying Pepela? Stop.
What I love most about the Tibetan Mastiff is their innate ability to understand people and their subjects. So we have the alpacas, so as they're herd, to be able to understand how they're feeling, if anything's a little bit different. They're incredibly intuitive. I always say that they can read our thoughts, or maybe it's really they can hear our thoughts, because it seems like when you're thinking about them and they're asleep, they wake up and they're ready for whatever's going on. The history of the Tibetan Mastiff originated in Tibet, in the high plateau out there. They are a very primitive breed and were originally described to the West by Marco Polo. They're called Mastiff, Tibetan Mastiff, because that was the word for large dog. So they're not really a Mastiff, they're a Molosser, which is a little bit different. Their original working purpose is family and livestock protection. So their Tibetan name is Do Kai, which means chained dog, literally. And so they would be chained up with the nomads during the day, and then at night they would be set free to protect the families and the livestock from predators. Tibetan Mastiffs are more of a perimeter guardian than a flock guardian. So if you think of a Mayarema, or Great Pyrenees often are very, very bonded to their stock, and so separating them from their stock can be challenging and stressful for the dog. The Tibetan Mastiff is more of a perimeter guardian, so they work the perimeters. Not that they don't care about or build relationships with their stock, it's just not as intense. So they're much more of a perimeter type guardian. There are about 40 recognized breeds of livestock guardian dogs, and they range generally from west to east to more human tolerant and more human defensive. And so on the human tolerant side, you have your Great Pyrenees, which is a really common dog, Anatolian Shepherd, Mayarema. Those are real common dogs here in North America. At the other end of the spectrum, you've got the Tibetan Mastiff, the Central Asian Shepherd, Sarplananak, which I probably didn't pronounce that quite right, and the like Caucasian Ovcharka are very at the other end. Generally, Tibetan Mastiffs are much more human defensive than most livestock guardians that the average person is going to interact with in the United States. Generally, they're aloof with strangers. So for us, like what we did with you, is we have a specific routine we go through to introduce new people to the property, and so that takes place in a space kind of out here, away from the alpaca, so they're not really working. They're very, very protective and highly defensive if we're not home or if that introduction protocol didn't happen. So our property is just over 3 acres, 3.2 acres. We are zoned for farming here, but we are surrounded by residential areas. The front range is growing a lot, so the suburban area is definitely encroaching in here. But all of the properties that are, I should say, most of the properties that are adjacent to us are also farmland, up to, I think the biggest property here is about 5 acres. My husband Brad and I live here, roughly an hour north of Denver and about a half an hour from Cheyenne, Wyoming. So it's I a higher altitude. We're just under a mile above sea level, and so it's an arid environment. We have a pretty good winter here, and so just my husband and I are here. We have the alpacas and the dogs. We have 11 dogs total at the moment, and 14 alpacas, so it's a pretty high ratio. The predators generally in the area are, we can have black bear and mountain lion. They don't come around here too much, so mostly what we see is coyotes.
Hello.
And there's a pack of coyotes just to the north here that we hear
Hello.
often. And neighborhood dogs are actually the biggest threat to alpaca, and people too. So the bipedal predator it's a potential as well. So a typical day here at the Alpaca Mundo farm is that we get up in the morning, and unfortunately, because we have close residential neighbors, our dogs are actually in their kennel at night, which is a little bit different. A full-time working livestock guardian would be out with the dogs.
Thank you to the chatter who said Kaya is chewing her potty pad. I just saw that. Not good. Bro, these dogs fucking just lay all day. It's awesome. She's just like, she's a chiller, dude. How long will the cage setup last? I'm gonna have her in this setup for a little bit. I don't know. I mean, until I'm like confident that she can just until I'm confident that like I can take her outside periodically, but she's literally super, super young right now. You know what I mean? Lazy liberal dog doesn't want to work. No, this is not a liberal dog. This is a working dog that wants to work at night. She goes to work at night, dude. Yeah, until she's potty trained. She's a baby. She's a little baby.
Are out with their herd 24/7 all the time. So Tibetan Mastiffs bark a lot. That's livestock guardians in general. Tibetan Mastiffs especially bark a lot. That's their first level of defense in announcing their presence and announcing to predators that they shouldn't come any closer. So they bark a lot, which is not great for people who live nearby, who maybe don't like dogs as much. And so that's part of the problem with
people can suck it, dude. That's what I think.
the cities growing up, is that's squeezing kind of the